That's a real thing that happened now. Okay, he put a yoke of iron. Who did that to us?
Yeah, them enemies.
Now, once we were destroyed, then they took them out. If you have a dog, you know, we raise dogs in the neighborhood, and the first thing we do is throw him on the chain. You know what I'm saying? We keep him on the chain until we feel like he will what? Trained to not run away. And then you can take that chain off of him and let him run free in the house and do all that. So this is what they did with us. Once they destroyed us mentally, then we don't walk around in these chains no more. But we still are chained in the mind. And people say this is a white man book, but it's black people all through this thing. They just want to keep us away from this book because it's instructions for us to be great again. How do you know that you're an Israelite, according to God, according to the Bible?
I don't know.
What's your name?
Kelsey.
Kelsey, I
Yeah.
remember you from school.
Y'all been with me too?
Yeah. Alright, so you don't know, right? Okay, we're gonna show you, let's go to Deuteronomy right quick. Go back to Deuteronomy. So, there's some things that happen to the chosen people of God. And this Bible right here, it talks about the chosen people of God from front to back, the Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was a sign, all these things that they went through is a sign for them to be able to go back and to remember who they was and to go back in order to get out of the conditions that they in, right? So, well, you familiar with what happened in Egypt with Moses, right? What happened with Moses? What was his job, his biggest thing he did over there in Egypt?
He had stole, didn't he?
How?
He had lied to him and had stole from him, didn't he?
But he brought the people the people that was in captivity out of Egypt, right? They parted the Red Sea. Right. Okay. So that's a true story, right? So what we reading is right after that. All right, read it.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So this is Moses speaking to all the people that he had brought out of Egypt, out of slavery. He was speaking to them after he had done went and got all the law from God. You know what I'm saying? Up on Mount Sinai. I ain't gonna go too deep into that. But this is what he was teaching, beginning to teach them the laws that they needed to go by, right? And telling them what would happen if they kept the laws and if they did keep the law. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
So he said now it was going to come to pass, right? That means it was going to happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? If they had listened to God, then in the future that these things were going to happen, read.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
And he was saying that if y'all listen to what I was teaching y'all and telling y'all and keeping my commandments, that I will set y'all on high above all nations in the future, which really is like this time now. But that didn't happen. No, so we're going to go into what happened so we'll be able to identify what's going on today. Read verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass,
something that's going to happen in the future,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
And of course we didn't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
To do all the commandments that he was teaching us to do. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Now, what are curses? What do curses mean to you?
Like just spells, just bad things that just...
Bad things, that's what I was looking for right there. Curses is bad things, right? So now we're about to read the bad things that happened to the children of Israel, and this is going to help you identify to say, once we read these things, you're going to be like, dang, that's me and my people. We go through these things, so that means that we are these people still today, right? Read on.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And we overtaken by these curses that we about to read. Go ahead, verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So we're in the city right now, right? When you look all over the city, right, just from the parts where we from, where we live at right now, are we above all nations or are we below? We below, right?
Correct.
That's a curse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are some of the things that make us below all people? What's
Poverty.
that? Poverty? Okay, that's one thing. What else?
Racist.
Racist? What else?
Income.
Okay.
Jobs.
What about the hatred towards each other?
Yeah.
Murder?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't us being divided is a curse also. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse. All them little signs. Okay, now read verse
Curse in the field.
the signs.
Verse 47.
Go to verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
So these curses, they didn't just start happening when we got right here. So, cause we went to school, yeah. So when we was growing up in school, we understood that we was brought over here in slavery, right? We was slaves. We knew when we was in slavery, right? It didn't start right there. It started before then. So that's what they said, that it was gonna pursue us from the time it started all the way up until now. You know what I'm saying? So keep reading.
Till thou be destroyed.
Until we be destroyed. Keep reading.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we went over there, we know that these things is happening because we didn't listen to God. Read.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Read that again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Okay, a sign tells you what?
Follow it.
Like, okay, we look at this sign, we know.
Stop sign. Gas station.
It tell you where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These
The location.
curses, these things, they tell us where we at with God. They tell us where we at today on earth and who we are also as a people, right? So read, first go to 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Okay, now who that's happening to?
To the white man.
Read that again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look.
Hold on. Who is that? Okay, right. And when did that happen? Well, our sons and our daughters was giving it to another people.
Don't marry.
What about, so you done looked at some slave movies, right? Some of the movies, what happened to the children? Right there. That's where you at, right? That's where we at. Get sold off. They was given unto another people. That's what the Bible telling us. That's letting us know that this Bible is a true book and it's talking about us. Now, yeah, well, their parents did sell. Well, some of them if they was forced to, but really ain't no mother giving up their kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless she something wrong with it in the mind. You know what I'm saying? But we was a strong together people at the time, so we wasn't giving them no children. It was taken, right, and giving it to another people. That's what we just read, right? Keep reading.
Shall be given into another people, and thy eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long.
Yeah, cause hey, once kids get taken, man, the woman be hurt. Even today, if a woman lose her kids today, it's gonna hurt her, ain't it? She's gonna be in much mourning and pain. Thinking about that kid, she ain't gonna never. Even these kids out here dying. You know what I'm saying? That's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They losing their kids. Jump to 48. We're gonna skip through.
Finish it up.
Yeah, go ahead, finish it up.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
And they ain't got no strength to get their kids back once they lose them. Even today, CPS take these kids, and it ain't easy for them to get them kids back, is it? They ain't got no might in their hand to get them back. Okay, 48.
Verse 48.
We got another sign right here. This is evidence sign right here, read it.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So, we was taken into captivity. We were sent into slavery by who? Who were we sold into slavery to?
White.
Which what they say?
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So the Lord called them the enemies, right? Read.
Which the Lord shall sin against thee.
So we went into slavery. We had to serve these people, right? Even today. Do you think we free today? Okay, so if we ain't free, then we still in captivity, right? So that means we in captivity and we in slavery, then we serving who?
The enemy.
Ah, you on point. Go ahead, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
Hold on, the Lord sent them against us. It ain't something that they did on their own because they are weaker than we are. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to ask yourself, now how, if we stronger, we more talented than these people, we more agile, we are more faster than these people, then how were they able to take us into slavery? Because we're talking about 1 or 2 slave masters taking down 10 or 12 big men, you know what I'm saying? Because we was all muscle back then, you know what I'm saying? So how were they able to take? It was all in the might of God that they was able to take us, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't do it on their own. Read that again.
That the Lord shall sin against thee.
He sent them against us, so he gave them ability to overtake us, right? Read.
And hunger, and in thirst.
Oh, slow down. So now we serving them in hunger. Everything you want to eat, where you got to get it from? White people. Well, you go to the Walmart, they own the Walmart. Everywhere you want to go out to eat, you know what I'm saying, where you got to get it from? Okay, so what did God call them though? The enemies, right. Keep that in your mind. These are our enemies, right? Because a lot of our people, they want to hold hands and try to say these people that really have a perpetual hatred towards us according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, we want water. Now you got a bottle of water in your hand. Who own that water company? The enemy. That's why I like right there. The enemy.
Right.
All right, keep reading.
And in nakedness.
Man, we can't own nothing. The clothes that we wear. How you doing, sis? Read that again.
Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness.
Clothes, man, we can't have nothing on our own. Everything we got to go to these folks for. Even if we had our own, see, like Nike, you know what I'm saying, that's just a label. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make your own clothes and put your own label on it, you still got to get the materials from who?
Royal Textile.
All right, the textile, right, textile companies, yeah. Read on.
And in the want of all things.
In the want of all things, that means a birth certificate. Shit, you can die, but you ain't officially dead until you get a what? From who? Dang, man, that's crazy, ain't it? But that's just letting you know right now that this Bible that we reading from, this is the Holy Bible, the same book that was on our auntie table, granny table, mama table. You know what I'm saying? In the back window of the car. And we always walk past that and just overlook at it. We might flip it open, flip through it, you know what I'm saying, put our hand on top of it thinking that's going to give us some kind of blessing. But it really ain't working for us. The only thing that's going to work for us is to go into this book and read it and find out who we are and what we need to do to fix our problems. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep reading.
And in the want of all things.
Everything we want.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Look at this, Kels. What was that?
Until he have destroyed thee.
That's a real thing that happened, ain't it? Okay. He put a yoke of iron. Who did that to us?
Yeah, the enemies.
Okay. The enemy did this to us. Are the enemy gone away or they still here? They here every day, right? Okay, keep reading.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Until now, so he said, read that again. Check this out, Kels.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
So we wore these yokes of iron upon our neck and they kept putting it on and kept putting it on us. And we would try to do stuff like escape and run away. So they added on to those yokes things like this so that we couldn't get out of little places that we was in that they kept us in because we didn't go willingly, let me say that. You know what I'm saying? We put up a fight, but because the Lord sent them against us, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't going to win those fights, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, after we were reading the end part again?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Now, once we were destroyed, then they took them out. So, if you have a dog, you know, we raise dogs in the neighborhood, and the first thing we do is throw him on the chain. You know what I'm saying? We keep him on the chain until we felt like he will what? Trained to do what? Or not run away. And then you can take that chain off of them and let them run free in the house and do all that. So this is what they did with us. Once they destroyed us mentally, then we don't walk around in these chains no more. But we still are chained in the mind to our enemies. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because we only gonna do what they say do. You know, we go by what they want us to do. You know, and that's including like these young folks out here. You know, they control the music industry. So they control what's being said in the music. So the young people out here listen to this music and doing what they say do in the music, which is kill each other. That's a form of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to 68.
68.
So now I'm just proving to you that this Bible is a true book. Then did you know that we said we know we were taken into slavery, right? So how we get in this country? By ships, right? Is that in the Bible? Do you think that's in the Bible?
No.
It's about 3,000 years ago.
It's probably tap on the some.
They probably tap on the sun. Well, let's see, because we don't teach this stuff for nothing, and we ain't got these images for nothing, Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read it.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So hold that right there. So in the beginning, when I first started talking to you, we was talking about Moses bringing us out of Egypt, right? So, but then this verse right here said that we were going to Egypt again, and this is after we were coming out of Egypt. So what could they be talking about? What Egypt is they talking about? Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
See that word Egypt, it's a word, it's more than a place. It's a word that means something else. We're going to see what that word means, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll get a better understanding of what going into Egypt again means. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
He brought us out of Egypt, where I said with Moses, right?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. What do bondage mean?
Slavery.
Slavery. So Egypt is a house of bondage, a house of slavery. So now we understand that we over here in world. What's this country? The United States. Okay, and we doing what over here right now? Well, I said, serving as slaves. So what do that make America? And what's the word we was looking up for that? Egypt. So this is another word. Go back and read it now. 68.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
America. Okay, read.
With ships.
With ships. Where have anybody ever been taken into slavery at on ships? You just said it a minute ago. Over here, we was brought here on the ship. Now, it ain't just over here. You look at this map. Look at this right here. Look, these are all the places that we was taken to in slavery. It wasn't just America. It was South, we got Europe, North America. So guess what that means? South America. Guess what this means? The people that's in South America, the Brazilians, the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, guess what they is? They the Israelites also, if you look at this sign right here. Because people was taken into slavery over there also.
Right.
Okay, read on, finish that out.
With ships, by the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we ever have some people seen that our land again, because this ain't our land. And we understand that some people did dwell over here, you know what I'm saying? But as the majority of people, we just talked about it. We was brought over here on slave ships, so obviously we weren't from here. We were from this continent. Everybody at one point was from this continent. Nobody dwelled here at one point. Do you believe that? Because that's in the Bible too. They say, they tell you when the people first came over here. We can read it for you. Get that, hey, finish that out right quick.
And there,
one more scripture just to show you that, well, how we know that we talking about America in the Bible, okay?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Okay, we were sold to our enemies. We know that, read.
For bondmen,
for slave men,
and bond women,
and slave women. The men and women of our people was put into slavery. We didn't come over here to live the good life. We didn't come over here to live richly. We came over here to serve serve a sentence that God has set upon us for not listening to us, like we start reading in the beginning of Deuteronomy 28 and 58.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So thinking about like the churches teach this prosperity doctrine, you know what I'm saying, like we can be prosperous, taking our focus on off of what we supposed to be doing for the Lord,
Right.
which is getting back into keeping the commandments of God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you say, you love God, right? And you said you will want to do that. You will want to keep His commandments, right? Because you believe in Him, right? And do you believe that He a black man, or do you believe He a white man? Believe He black. How can we prove that?
It's in the Bible says.
Do you know what scripture?
Off my head, bro.
But you know for sure that it's in there, right?
Yes.
So that make you believe, okay, God is black, Christ is black. Hey, this book, people say this a white man book, but it's black people all through this thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All our forefathers were black people. You know, so how can it be a white man's book? They just want to keep us away from this book because it's instructions for us to be great again. You know what I'm saying? So right. So I'm gonna give you a commandment that you can keep right now while we standing right here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, give me 1 Corinthians. Is that what I want?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Oh, hold that. Now you say you love God, right? Give me 1 John. If you love me.
Yeah, I got you. The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God,
This is the love of God, read.
that we keep His
So
commandments.
we say go around, a lot of people go around say, oh, I love God, I got a personal relationship with God, but if you're not keeping His commandments, you don't love God, right? If you're not willing to do anything that's telling you to get yourself right or to correct in this Bible, then you don't love God, right? So I'm gonna give you this one commandment to see if you love God. Read, go to it.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Go ahead.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
Hold on. Now listen closely, Kelsey, because now right here, a lot of men, we think that the woman is above the man, and we will put the woman before the man, and that causes problem in the household because the man want to listen to the woman and submit to the woman, and that's a whole role reversal there. So now we got the women acting more like men, and the men acting more like women. Why? Because they don't have this, Kelsey. So this is what we giving you, you know what I'm saying, for you to go and take back into your life. Keep reading.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's who we look to for instruction, and it's right here in this book, right? Okay, read on.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And then we get our instruction from Christ, and then we pass it down to the woman under, which should be a wife. We shouldn't be having no girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be laying over woman to woman. The Bible wants us to be married because God said that marriage is honorable. You understand? Yes. So we get the instruction for Christ, and then we give the instruction to the woman up under us, right? Keep reading.
And the head of Christ is God.
And Christ get his instruction from God. Okay, keep reading. So that lets you know right there, hey, that Christ and God, that's two different people. It ain't no Holy Trinity that these churches be teaching. You know what I'm saying? It's not no all one. It's separate people. Read.
And every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head.
So right now, we in the midst of prophecy right now, Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? We out here bringing out the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This say what? Read that again.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
Now, if you look around, do any of us got any covering on our head?
Definitely not.
Who are the only person got cover on their head?
Just me.
Okay, read it.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head.
Oh, so who is your head? Who I say our head is? The man. Christ is our head, right? So if you got your head covered right now, we reading this Bible, guess what? You dishonoring your head. So how do you fix that, Reed? That's an easy fix.
Yes, you got to put your head out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Take your head out. Yeah, take your head out.
That's how you do that.
Take your head out.
It's just that easy. The people talk about, oh, it's hard to keep the commandment. It's not hard. It's not hard at all, bro. It's simple.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example.